Kaieteur Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Vice President on Thursday announced that Guyana will hold an auction for 14 blocks on its first such exercise since finding oil. The auction will last for 5 months. Jagger said the petroleum agreements for these blocks will also feature a new 50 Exxon-led Stabroek block, which holds all of Guyana's central discoveries thus far. Meanwhile, American oil giant ExxonMobil has awarded a 1-year contract to a company in Denmark to support its development activities offshore Guyana. Exxon's affiliate, Esso, is the operator of the lucrative Stabroek block, which has over 11 billion proven barrels of oil. Esso holds a 45% interest in the block. Meanwhile, Hess Guyana Exploration Limited holds a 30% interest, and CNOOC Petroleum holds a 25% interest. And moving on, approximately 20 witnesses are expected to stand in the Commission of Inquiry established to inquire into the March 2020 regional and general elections. The inquiry, which opened on Thursday, will be live streamed. The inquiry is being conducted by retired Justice of Appeal of the Turks and Caicos, Stanley John, who is the chairman of the inquiry, as well as former Chancellor of the Judiciary of Ghana, Carl Singh, and High Court Judge of and former Justice of Appeal in the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Rod Smith. The Commission is tasked with determining what attempts, if any, were made to obstruct, frustrate, subvert, and prevent the counting, entertainment, and tabulation of the votes polled, and a declaration of the true results of Electoral District Number 4 as prescribed by law. It will also inquire into the conduct of the Chief Election Officer and other election officials. In other news, our Radram called Bunny of Circuit Road to Mary East Demerara arrested Monday for allegedly breaking into a private jet that was on the Chedijagan International Airport tarmac, was jailed on Thursday for 36 months. 43-year-old Radram made his first court appearance on Thursday in Diamond Grove Magistrates Court before Magistrate Rudy Latchman to face 2 counts of simple larceny. It's alleged that between October 26 to October 28 at the CJIA, he stole a quantity of items valued $2.1 million. And now let's tell you, a 41-year-old farmer was on Thursday sentenced to 10 years in jail for attempting to murder his 22-year-old ex-wife on February 24, 2019. The defendant, Fazal Osman of Mahaica, East Coast Demerara, was jailed by Justice Joanne Barlow at the Demerara High Court. His sentencing came 1 month after he admitted to the offense during his last court appearance on October 1st. According to reports, Osman was always abusive to the victim, and on the day in question, she had gone to his home in company of a rural constable to serve him a restraining order. Osman responded by whipping out a cutlass and chopping the victims several times to the head, face, and body. The time has now moved on to 12 hours 90 in Ghana. We'll take a short break and return with your news.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues, immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back. A UK subsidiary of mining giant Glencore has been ordered to pay more than £275 million for bribing officials in African countries to get access to oil. The company paid $26 million or £23 million through agents and employees to officials of crude oil firms in Nigeria, Cameroon and Ivory Coast between 2011 and 2016. Prosecutors said Glencore Energy UK employees and agents used private jets to transfer cash to pay the bribes. Glencore Energy UK pleaded guilty to 7 corruption offences in June. It was ordered to pay a fine of £182.9 million by Judge Peter Fraser at Southwark Crown Court, who also approved £93.5 million to be confiscated from the company. And in other news, as climate impacts intensify across the globe, nations must dramatically increase funding and implementation of actions designed to help vulnerable nations and communities adapt to the climate storm, according to a new United Nations Environment Programme report. Released ahead of COP26, the latest round of climate talks taking place in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, the Adaptation Gap Report 2022 Climate adaptation failure puts the world at risk, finds that global efforts in adaptation planning, financing and implementation are not keeping pace with the growing risks. And moving on, a driver on Thursday reportedly claimed that a feeling of dizziness caused him to crash his employer's pickup into a parked art and then plunged it into a trench at Anna Regina, Essequibo Coast, Region 2. The driver was identified only as Raj, an employee of Mart on the Essequibo Coast. Raj reportedly crashed his employer's pickup around 10 hours 30. According to reports, Raj was reportedly driving the pickup at a normal rate of speed along the Anna Regina public road when he suddenly lost control and crashed into a car that was parked beside the road and close to a trench. As a result, both the car and the pickup ended up in the trench. And to wrap things up, former police officer Jermaine Bristol was on Tuesday sentenced to life imprisonment for the 2018 stabbing death of his reputed wife Shanice Lawrence at their Freeman Street, East La Penitence, Georgetown home. The sentence was handed down by Justice Sandil Kasoon at the Demerara High Court. 38-year-old Bristol had confessed to murdering Lawrence on August 22, 2018. Detectives found the woman's body lying in a pool of blood with a black knife stuck in her neck. With the time now moving on to 12 hours 13, we wrap things up with 57 of today's Kaieteur News. President Ali should have been about billions of barrels of oil. President preferred to be a thunderous barrel about ecotourism. The president had to be about oil and its prospering culture. Yet the best President Ali could be was about agriculture. Is President Ali an oil president, or is he an iguana and lava national leader? That brings us to the end of today's News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-821.